The day of glory has indeed arrived. And when these nations last met in this manner, it was for a truly glorious game. 9 who start here also started France's glittering 4-3 victory over Argentina at the last World Cup 4.5 years ago. The teams, and with Emi Martinez in goal, Argentina select the same defence as started the semi-final. That means a 100th cap for Nicolas Otamendi, and Nicolas Tagliafico preferred at left-back to Marcos Acuna. Adjustment though further forward, the combative Paredes gives way to the creative Angel Di Maria, and Lionel Messi's 26th World Cup appearance represents a new record. He and Julian Alvarez account for 9 of Argentina's 12 tournament goals. For the first time, the World Cup final is overseen by a Polish referee, and Szymon Marciniak has already had charge of both contenders here. France against Denmark and Argentina against Australia. Messi and Lloris become the 4th and 5th men to captain their country at 2 World Cup finals. Tomasz Kwiatkowski, also of Poland, is the video assistant referee. For France, Hugo Lloris can become the first captain ever to lift the World Cup twice. Tayo Upamecano is fully recovered and reclaims his place from Konate in the back 4. Varane is fine. Adrien Rabiot, who also missed the semi-final, reclaims his place from Youssouf Fofana. Messrs Griezmann and Mbappe both scored in the last World Cup final. Olivier Giroud is another of 5 in this side, who also started the equivalent game in Moscow 4.5 years ago. It is the same 11 that started the quarter-final here against England. Mbappe, 11.5 years, Messi's junior, his clubmate, he already has the medal. 2 days shy of his 24th birthday, Kylian Mbappe could have 2 of them. Argentina's number 10, Maradona, Messi, each in his turn near supernaturally great. France again, or Argentina at last. Each for the right to a 3rd star on their national jersey. Bundles of romance around it, yes. But Alan, what is the nuts and bolts reality of this football match?
Well, I suppose you would argue that Argentina are under a little bit more pressure. They've got the bulk of their supporters here.
Lionel Scaloni arrived here as the youngest coach at the World Cup. Pelé won the World Cup 3 times as a player, Zagallo twice as a player, once as a coach. Didier Deschamps can keep their company if he wins here. Drifting it again towards Di Maria, seen by Koundé. Has assistance from Dembele and Griezmann. That's a thick touch. Alvarez, what a pop!
Well, they've got some height, they've got some power, France here.
Floated in by Griezmann and attacked at full velocity by Olivier Giroud. Fernandes. Stolen through for Di Maria, touched on by Alvarez. Di Maria away from Koundé. He's gone to ground, he's got a penalty. Dembele had a little flick. Di Maria went tumbling, and Argentina a breath, a heartbeat, and Messi! A goal forevermore. Perhaps his moment for infinity. As if predestined.
Loose from Romero.
Fernandes, Mbappe away from Romero, but there's Fernandes. That's a large part of the job he does. That's a fire he put out before it began to rage. Messi.
Oh, lovely.
Delightful. Alvarez. Here's McAllister. Di Maria is the spare man. Angel Di Maria. Glorious goal. Argentine gold. That is just beautiful.
One of the goals of the tournament in terms of teamwork. No surprise that Lionel Messi's involved. What about that for a little two-touch? And afterwards, you knew McAllister had seen his man. You knew he was aware of where Di Maria was.
He is taking off Giroud. He is taking off Dembele. He is replacing them with Marcus Thuram. And also, the guy who came off the bench and scored with his first touch in the semi-final, Randal Kolo Muani. Kolo Muani. Looking to hurdle the fullback. So Mendy said something out of turn there. De Paul is also in the referee's ear, but it is Fernandez on the ground who is going to see the yellow card. Driven in by Griezmann, just too heavily for Varane, who was last to arrive. Half-time. And Argentina have a hand on it. They have the players who have played. Messi is one of them. He converted a penalty midway through the half after Dembele fouled Di Maria. And Di Maria himself finished the most sumptuous team move to double that advantage on 36 minutes. And Argentina are halfway there at half-time in the 2022 World Cup final. It is Argentina 2, France 0. The hand of history is on Argentine shoulders, particularly on the broad shoulders of Lionel Messi. He established the lead, came up with a sumptuous touch in the lead up to the moment when Angel Di Maria made it 2. It would be perhaps remiss of us not to enter the second half without referring, at least in passing, to our knowledge that there has been sickness in the French camp this week, and quite a lot of it. But here is Alvarez and De Paul. Alvarez. Fernandez. And out came Lloris, promptly and necessarily.
No, I think it's fair to mention that.
It's off comfortably by De Paul. Caught by Rabiot's lunge.
He's really enjoying himself out there, Rodrigo De Paul. He's been as effective as I've seen him in this tournament.
He goes into the book. Flung towards Di Maria, sorted out by Koundé, taken back by Tagliafico, and Di Maria can run at them, and Alvarez can take it up. Julian Alvarez saw just a shaft of light at the near post of Lloris. Varane. Kolo Muani left behind. McAllister, all industry. Messi, all craft. Alvarez. McAllister's getting there, Lloris got there first.
Looked like a shove in the back. Upamecano.
And now their first change. Angel Di Maria has done an hour and a little bit more, and the damage he has done during that hour and a little bit more may be sufficient for Argentina to become the champions of the world. Mbappe conjuring a bit now, driving through and firing high. And so here come those changes for Hernandez and Griezmann. The game is up. Over the top by Mbappe, chased by Kolo Muani. And Kolo Muani has got into the box, he's got a penalty! He's got a way back for France! Otamendi had a tug. So hold on, just hold on.
Very similar, actually, to the one on Di Maria.
Mbappe, compelled, obliged. France just might. Mbappe with thrust. A president on his feet. A superstar re-enlivened. A nation re-infused with hope.
Yeah,
just maybe.
Sheer power did for Emi Martinez there. We'd almost written the France team off here.
Slung forward by Upamecano, out by Otamendi. These 10 minutes will last a lifetime for Argentina. Messi can't keep it from Coman, and Coman can go the other way. Rabiot, Mbappe, Thuram, Mbappe! Oh, wow! He is an awesome force of nature! Brutal and brilliant! It's 2 each in the World Cup final!
Wow, when you want your top man, your superstar, to come to the fore, Kylian Mbappe does exactly that. When it comes to him, I think, no, don't volley it from there. Take a touch or two. But such is the confidence of this player, even when he's hardly had a sniff.
Alvarez, Messi, surrounded. And here goes Thuram. Marcus Thuram on the march. Mbappe, Kolo Muani.
The French comeback, precious little.
Flung in by Mbappe, up in the air off McAllister. Up got Thuram, Rabiot, oh, he's got him! Oh, the free kick's been given the other way. Yellow card, one assumes, for perceived acrobatics. Simulation against Thuram.
Thuram not complaining too much.
To Paul. Bullied off it by Camavinga. Here's Mbappe, explosive. Kylian Mbappe, oh, it's deflected up and over. Coman takes. Martinez comes. Romani. Camavinga. Coman. He's got round the back here, Kingsley Coman. He's been upended. Camavinga. Rabiot!
Good use of the advantage by the referee. I mean, it was outside the box. Certainly not a penalty.
Here goes McAllister. Alvarez. To Paul. Messi. Lionel Messi! Oh! What a reach by Lloris.
It's not in the corner, but there was more than enough power on it. Might have just moved in the air a touch as well.
In by Messi. Out for Coman, who would gladly, I think, have played on then, actually.
Yeah. The ref played a good advantage, didn't he? A minute or two ago. Could have done with that happening there.
Yellow card for Acuna, and we're seconds away from extra time. Julian Alvarez. Lionel Messi.
We knew De Paul was in space there, just couldn't get it to him.
Well, the script was seemingly written, the die was seemingly cast. It was going to be Messi's World Cup final, but Mbappe ripped up that script and contends that instead it can be his. Mbappe's penalty after 80 minutes, and then Mbappe's sensational volley to equalise very shortly thereafter. And there will be more. Argentina had led through Messi's penalty, through Di Maria's equally sublime strike, but that was one half. The last 10 minutes of the second have changed the dynamic altogether, and who knows who will be the world champions of 2022. At the end of 90 minutes plus, it's Argentina 2, France 2, and extra time follows. There must be a moment. At some point, there has to be the defining moment. Argentina seemed to have established what that would be. But Kylian Mbappe has torn it up and started all over again. He's going to come on here in place of Adrien Rabiot. You'll recall that Fofana played the semi-final in Rabiot's enforced absence through illness. So it is a role which, in high-stakes circumstances, he has been able to rehearse, which sees the removal of both De Paul and Alvarez. Paredes essentially comes on to be De Paul, and Martinez directly to replace Alvarez. Tagliafico, Messi, Leo Messi, McAllister, Messi, Martinez, what a block! Montiel! Up and over by Varane.
Well, we've hardly seen Lionel Messi for the past 20 minutes or so. All of a sudden he bursts into life. Martinez thinks he's got a great chance of scoring, but for Upamecano. What a block from the Frenchman that is.
Acuna shaped into the path of Lautaro Martinez, who is intent, he should at least have a corner. Goal kick given.
Wow. Question perhaps of offside, but
Oh,
yeah, it should have been. It's another goal-saving challenge by Upamecano.
Half-time, extra time. Argentina have had the chances. Lautaro Martinez has had the chances. Dayot Upamecano has made a couple of telling blocks, and we remain on edge. It remains Messi 1, Mbappe 2, Di Maria 1. France 2, Argentina 2, and we are 15 minutes from penalties. Well, only 2 World Cup finals have gone to penalties. 1994, the Rose Bowl, Pasadena. Brazil and Italy played out a goalless game. Brazil won 3-2 from the spot. Romario, Branco, Dunga all scored. Baresi, Massaro, and ultimately Roberto Baggio failed. The sad thing about penalties is that somebody fails. So do we get a fall guy or do we get a hero? Forward again for Montiel. So Lloris has done well to get a palm on that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to get a winner, wouldn't it? In extra time, rather than go to pens.
Messi. Element of surprise. Lloris reacted. Lautaro Martinez, backed by the robust Upamecano. Here's Montiel. Lautaro Martinez, Lionel Messi, Fernandez, Martinez, Messi!
Offside.
Offside flag is up.
Has he given offside?
The referee's given the goal. The referee's given the goal. The little magic man from right on the line. An embrace of disbelief. Messi and millimetres.
No offside there. Was it here? No. It's a goal. And that watch on the wrist to the ref does not lie. Lionel Messi, perhaps, has just scored the winning goal in this World Cup final.
Konate for Varane is the late French change.
For France to fashion something.
Camavinga. He's gone crashing to earth. These are desperate moments. Paredes is its recipient.
He's no stranger.
Clinging with all they have to what they have. In by Coman. Out to Mbappe.
Oh, handball.
Shout for handball. He hasn't, has he? He has. Which side of the line? Mbappe. Into the galaxy of greats! And France alive again! This is epic and some. Is there time for one more? France drive. Mbappe drives. In by Mbappe. Kolo Muani! Waiting to come on for Argentina. He has come on for Argentina. Tagliafico yields his place. Forward by Konate. Kolo Muani! What a stop! What a stop by Martinez. Dybala, they could counter here, Argentina. It's Messi. He has players beyond them. And Messi has rolled it through. And Martinez waits in the middle. Lautaro Martinez wide.
And that is a world-class save.
Tchouaméni. When does this end? Mbappe. Held up by Romero, but not for long. Kylian Mbappe, and still.
Oh. I think he thought about having a shot from a tighter angle and then thought, no, I'll duck in again. What a dribble. What a game.
Thank you. What can you say but thank you? For surely one of the greatest football matches that has ever been played, encompassing stellar moments from some of the greatest footballers who have ever attempted to play this game. Kylian Mbappe has scored a hat-trick for France, who were out of it. They were done. 10 minutes from time, it was Messi's final. Messi, in extra time, threatened to win it all over again. But now, nobody knows. Argentina 3, France 3, penalties. My. The last big French penalty shootout was at the European Championships last summer, and they lost to Switzerland because Kylian Mbappe failed against Jan Sommer with their final penalty. This time, having twice already scored from the spot, and 3 times in all, having scored, Mbappe steps up first. And Mbappe rattles it in. On his day of no error.
When you hit it that hard, even though the keeper guesses the right way, gets a decent touch on it, but nowhere near enough. Interesting that the 2 top men are going first.
Well, Messi went first against the Netherlands. He went first also in last summer's Copa America shootout in Brasilia against Colombia in the semi-final. And on both occasions he scored. Messi with such immaculate poise.
How do you do that? How do you do this in these circumstances?
Next up is Kingsley Coman. Ear-splitting whistles. Coman. Great stop! Martinez is punching the air again. Massive character, massive moment.
That's twice he's guessed right. With Mbappe, couldn't do much about it. He could with this one. He's a big lad, he's got a long reach.
Well, for Argentina, Paulo Dybala came off the bench with this kick of the ball in mind. Dybala down the middle. Some can barely watch.
Yeah, not easy when you've only been on the pitch a few minutes as he has. Not an easy situation, that.
Not a nail left to be chewed. Tchouaméni has dragged it wide! And Argentina are on the cusp.
Easy to say now, but never looked entirely confident waiting for that.
Firm, low, telling, nearly there, so very nearly there.
Gets a touch on it, Hugo Lloris. Gets a touch on it.
And France's margin for error is now 0. Nowhere to hide. He must. He has.
If in doubt, put your foot through it.
A long, lonely walk for Gonzalo Montiel. Didn't start the game, he can finish it. Montiel. Argentina! Champions of the world! Again! At last! And a nation will tango all night long! "36 years since Maradona and Mexico. Here, finally, is a nation's new throng of immortals. Scaloni will be fated. Messi will be sainted. France this time denied, defied.
Messi fell to his knees, Peter, in the centre circle. He couldn't move. He fell to his knees and was surrounded by teammates. Incredible scenes here.
Lionel Messi has conquered his final peak. Lionel Messi has shaken hands with paradise. The little boy from Rosario Santa Fe has just pitched up in heaven. He climbs into a galaxy of his own. He has his crowning moments. And of course, he is not alone. And one feels for Mbappe, who scored a World Cup final hat-trick and lost. How can that be?
Oh, you always thought that perhaps Argentina's name was on the trophy, that destiny dictated that the little man would lift it after a stellar career. And the fullback delivers the final blow.
The trophy is passed into the hands of genius. And in 2022, the world champions are Argentina.